Good morning, everyone. I am all set to do some shipping out this morning, and I'm going to walk you through what I do and give you some tips on the processes that I use. All packaged up and ready to put in a poly mailer or a box, and I'll go through what's sold and how much it sold for and where I got it and maybe why I picked it up. So these three are Poshmark sales. This first one is a belt, and I think if I ever really fully retire and I had to pick one thing to sell, it would be belts. They are easy to find, easy to store, easy to ship, and the profit is incredible. And if you think about it, I don't know that you really see belts in the store anymore. Maybe. I don't go into the stores much anymore, but throughout this time, I'll pop in some screenshots and show you what it sold for. I found it at a fill-a-bag sale, and the only reason I picked it up, well, I always look at the belts and I just grab them, and anything leather, anything with a good label, anything that doesn't have a lot of wear, I think, what the heck, it's going in a grocery bag and it's either $1 or $2 or $5 for the whole bag. My favorite way to shop is at church rummage sales. So this one sold on Poshmark, and this one I picked up. I didn't know what it was. They're some type of mittens. I literally grabbed it because it had an interesting label. This one I got at the Goodwill outlet, which is also called the bins. One day I'm going to go there and take you with me shopping, but this must have been, you pay by the pound, very light, so I must have spent maybe 50 cents on that. The last thing that sold on Poshmark is this cape. It's been for sale for a little while, sold over the weekend, and because it's sold on Poshmark, you can use any USPS box, bag, poly mailer, padded mailer, and it all goes for the same price. So I am going to pop it in this, it all goes priority mail. I'm going to pop it in that priority mail box. It was so large that I started out, I put things ahead of time in clear mailers, clear poly bags, and it was so large that I keep on hand clear garbage bags. I cut the end off, and then I package it up in a clear poly bag. It doesn't need to be pretty, but one thing I do try and do is leave a corner that's open so that when you cut into it, it doesn't, you're not cutting into the fabric. So I always try and leave a corner on both the outer wrap if it were a bag, but certainly on the inner wrap, leave something so that someone can put a scissor underneath it. One other piece that's sold on Poshmark is this really pretty Jessica McClintock dress. I marketed it as a wedding dress. I looked at the person's profile who bought it, and they said they were passionate about vintage prom and wedding dresses, so she's either a reseller or a collector. And I bought this one at the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound, so this one probably cost about somewhere under $2, so this was a great sale. And these items were eBay sales. First one is the scarf. It actually said the word alpaca on it. I always pick up alpaca sweaters, scarves. This one sold. It had been listed since last year, so it's sold now that it's fall. Vintage Christmas cookie cutters. I picked this up at a church rummage sale. The alpaca scarf I picked up at the Goodwill outlet, so the cost was $0.25. These I picked up at a church fill-a-bag sale just this fall, so these sold quickly, and I'm certain these are reminiscent of somebody's childhood. So this is going out today. Always pick up vintage handbags. I sold 2 last week. This one was again at a church fill-a-bag sale. This one is brown with a chain on it. This one I took an offer. This wasn't in great shape, but again, getting boring, but church fill-a-bag sale, my very favorite way to shop. This one wasn't from very long ago. It's Helly Hansen. Wasn't in great shape, so I took that $10 offer on that one. really when you're just debating on taking offers, can you afford to take the offer? Are you out money? Are you still making money? If you can afford to take the offer, take it. Sales bring sales, and really you got to think about when is the next person going to come along. And you're not a storage unit. You're doing this to sell this item. So if you can afford to take the sale, my advice would be to take it, which correlates to buying your inventory at a really good price. I mean, if I spent $5 or $6 on this, and once eBay took their cut, not such a great sale. But when it's pennies, quarters, you can afford to take the sale. And these last 2 eBay sales needed boxes, and I'll show you how I packaged them up. This first one I just picked up a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago, and it's sold. And I first wrapped it in this fill. My husband picks this up for me. He works 2 mornings a week at a men's clothing store. He helps with their stock, and this came out of some things that he unboxed. He brings me home bags of this fill. So in this case, I packaged it up in this bag before I bubble wrap it, but I wrapped it because it was breakable. I wrapped it first in, covered it in that polyfill, those sheets, put a label on it. I'm going to do the bubble wrap again, 3 ways and 3 ways, and then pop it into this eBay box. And the last was this Christmas ornament. I used to have trees that were decorated in themes, and I have done away with that. I've downsized a bunch of my Christmas ornaments. So now I used to have 3 trees. Now I just have 1. So I have a plethora of inventory of Christmas tree ornaments that I have slowly but surely started to get rid of. So bubble wrapped again and popping it into this box with paper from Lowe's, packing paper, and then I recycle any of this brown craft paper that I receive in boxes